Picture this, you're standing on a narrow mountain road carved into a cliff face. On one side, a sheer drop of thousands of feet. On the other, waterfalls pouring down ancient rock walls. Ahead, the road literally disappears into the clouds. This isn't a scene from a fantasy movie, this is real. And it's just a short drive from the Canadian border. Welcome to Glacier National Park, where over 1 million acres of untamed wilderness are waiting to blow your mind. What you're about to see might just make you pack your bags today. Hey everyone, welcome back to WonderLens. Today, we're diving deep into one of North America's most spectacular natural treasures, Glacier National Park in Montana. If you're watching from Canada, this is practically in your backyard. And if you've never been here before, trust me, you're missing out on something extraordinary. Over the next 15 minutes, I'm taking you across the most iconic locations in the park's legendary scenic road, untouched lakes, hidden trails, wildlife encounters, and all the practical tips you need to plan the perfect trip. So hit that subscribe button, because this is going to be epic. Let's begin. Glacier National Park sits in northwestern Montana along the Canadian border, connected directly to Canada's Waterton Lakes National Park. The two together form the world's first international peace park. Glacier is often called the crown of the continent, and once you experience its landscapes, the name makes perfect sense. The park covers over 1,500 square miles of rugged wilderness, ancient forests, alpine meadows, crystal clear lakes, and of course, glaciers. When the park was founded in 1910, there were around 150 glaciers here. Today, only 25 remain. Scientists believe many of them may vanish entirely by 2030. This isn't just a beautiful place, it's a rapidly changing one. Yet Glacier remains one of the most intact ecosystems in North America. Grizzly bears, mountain lions, wolves, wolverines, every apex predator still lives here. More than 70 species of mammals and 260 species of birds call this park home. When people say wilderness, this is what they mean. Running right through the park is the Continental Divide. Water flowing west eventually reaches the Pacific Ocean, while water flowing east ends up in the Atlantic. You're literally standing on the backbone of the entire continent. The mountains here aren't the tallest, but they are dramatic, carved by millions of years of ice into razor-sharp ridges, towering cliffs, and horn-shaped peaks that look like something straight out of Middle-earth. Now let's talk about the crown jewel, the Going to the Sun Road. This 50-mile engineering marvel took 11 years to complete and crosses the Continental Divide at Logan Pass. Narrow, exposed, and carved directly into cliffs. It's one of the most breathtaking drives on Earth, starting from either the west entrance at Apgar or the east entrance at St. Mary. The road climbs from dense cedar forests into open meadows bursting with summer wildflowers, beargrass, Indian paintbrush, glacier lilies. As you climb higher, waterfalls begin to appear. At the Weeping Wall, water flows directly onto your car, cascading straight from the cliff. At Birdwoman Falls Overlook, a waterfall drops nearly 500 feet down a towering rock wall, and when you finally reach Logan Pass, the views are nothing short of spectacular. Glacial lakes, rugged peaks, and valleys carved by ancient ice stretching into the horizon. Logan Pass is also the starting point for some of the park's best hikes. A few quick tips. The road usually fully opens only between late June and mid-September. Vehicles longer than 21 feet aren't allowed in the middle section. Go early or late in the day to avoid traffic. And take your time, there are pullouts everywhere, and you'll want to stop often. And for my Canadian viewers, Glacier's west entrance is only about a 3.5-hour drive from Calgary. Now let's talk hiking. With over 700 miles of trails, Glacier has something for everyone. For beginners or families. Trail of the Cedars is a perfect 1-mile loop through an ancient forest of cedar trees over 500 years old. St. Mary Falls is another great choice, a short hike through the woods leading to a stunning tutored waterfall with emerald-colored water. For intermediate hikers, the Hidden Lake Overlook Trail from Logan Pass is a must-do. It takes you through alpine meadows where mountain goats often graze just a few feet away. Avalanche Lake is another classic easy hike to a glacial lake surrounded by cliffs and cascading waterfalls. For experienced hikers, Grinnell Glacier Trail is one of the park's signature routes. It's a challenging trek, but rewards you with unforgettable views of turquoise lakes, red rock formations, and one of the most accessible glaciers in the park. The Highline Trail is another legendary route running along the Continental Divide with constant panoramic views and sections carved into vertical cliffs. A reminder, this is bear country. Carry bear spray. make noise, and stay alert. Weather can change fast, so pack layers. Start early to beat both crowds and afternoon storms. Now, let's explore glaciers, stunning lakes, and waterfalls. Lake McDonald is the largest lake in the park, 10 miles long and nearly 500 feet deep. Its colorful stones, crystal clear water, and dramatic mountain reflections make it one of the most picturesque places you'll ever see. Kayaking here is a must-do. The many glacier area is often called the Switzerland of North America. Surrounded by peaks, glaciers, and mirror-like lakes, it's one of the most beautiful corners of the park. Swift Current Lake and Lake Josephine are highlights, and the historic Many Glacier Hotel is worth visiting even if you're not staying overnight. Two Medicine Valley is a quieter, less crowded region with pristine lakes and excellent trails. Running Eagle Falls, also known as Trick Falls, is one of the coolest features here early in the season. Water flows over the top and through a hole in the rock. Later, it flows only through the hole. On the east side, St. Mary Lake delivers iconic views. The Wild Goose Island Overlook is one of the most photographed locations in the entire park. Its intense turquoise water comes from glacial flour, the fine sediment created by grinding ice. When it comes to wildlife, Glacier is as wild as it gets. The park has around 300 grizzly bears and countless black bears. Mountain goats, bighorn sheep, elk, moose, and deer are common sightings. Many Glacier is one of the best areas to spot moose. Birds like bald eagles, golden eagles, harlequin ducks, and the rare black swift thrive here. The best time to visit. Summer is peak season. Everything is open, but it's crowded and requires vehicle reservations. Late June and early September are ideal with fewer crowds but great weather. Spring and fall offer solitude and dramatic landscapes, while winter transforms the park into a silent, snowy wilderness only accessible to skiers and snowshoers. Planning a trip. From Calgary, Glacier is roughly 3 to 4 hours away via Lethbridge and Carway. Entry is $35 per vehicle for a week, and summer reservations are required during daytime hours. Book lodges like Lake McDonald Lodge and Many Glacier Hotel a year in advance. Pack layers, hiking boots, bear spray, rain gear, and offline map cell service is extremely limited. And please respect the park. Keep your distance from wildlife, stay on trails, and follow Leave No Trace. And that's Glacier National Park raw, powerful, breathtaking. A reminder of what wild North America used to be. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to WonderLens. If you've been here before, drop a comment. I'd love to hear your favorite spots. And if you haven't visited yet, consider this your sign. For my Canadian viewers, this incredible place is practically in your backyard. Make this the year you finally go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring.